These days, we are surrounded by choices, whether it's deciding what to eat, which job to take, or even whom to marry. We have more options than ever before. At first, this seems like a good thing. After all, freedom of choice is a fundamental part of a happy life, right? Barry Schwartz, in his book, The Paradox of Choice, challenges this assumption. He says that while having some choice is good, too much choice can be overwhelming, exhausting, and even paralyzing. Instead of making us happier, excessive options often leave us anxious, regretful, and dissatisfied. In this video, you will understand why more options it's a struggle, how it affects our happiness, and what we can do to make better, more satisfying decisions. So, let's get started. Too many choices can be overwhelming. Imagine you walk into a small cafe looking for something to drink. You see 3 options: coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. Simple. You pick what you feel like at that moment and enjoy it. Now, imagine walking into a trendy coffee shop with an overwhelming menu: espresso, latte, cappuccino, flat white, cold brew, matcha latte, chai tea, frappuccino. And that's before you choose between oat milk, almond milk, soy milk, or dairy. Then there's the decision about whether you want it sweetened, extra hot, with an extra shot, or topped with whipped cream. By the time you finally order, you feel exhausted. Did you make the right choice? Maybe the caramel latte would have been better than the vanilla? Maybe you should have tried the matcha after all. This is the paradox of choice. More options should mean more happiness. But in reality, they make us second-guess our decisions, delay making them, or even avoid them altogether. The pressure to make the perfect decision. Remember when buying a TV was simple? You walked into a store, picked a reasonably priced one that looked good, and took it home. Done. Now, buying a TV feels like a research project. Should you get 4K or 8K resolution, OLED or QLED, 55 inches or 65 inches, smart TV or regular? Do you need HDR, Dolby Vision, or a high refresh rate for gaming? Every option adds another layer of complexity. Even after spending weeks reading reviews and watching comparison videos, you finally make a choice. And then you see an ad for a slightly better model on sale just 2 days later. Suddenly, your excitement fades. Author explains that modern consumers don't just want a good product, they want the best. But with so many choices, the best option is almost impossible to determine. This pressure makes decision-making stressful instead of enjoyable. Maximizers versus satisficers. Are you making life harder for yourself? Schwartz describes 2 types of decision-makers. Maximizers are people who strive to make the absolute best choice. They research every possibility, compare endless options, and feel anxious about making the wrong decision. Even after choosing, they wonder if they could have done better. Satisficers look for a choice that is good enough. Once they find something that meets their needs, they stop searching and feel content with their decision. Let's take an example. Buying a pair of sneakers. A maximizer will visit multiple stores, read dozens of reviews, compare prices online, and analyze every feature. After finally choosing a pair, they might still feel uneasy. What if another brand was more comfortable? What if they could have saved $20 somewhere else? A satisficer will try on a few pairs, find one that feels good and looks nice, and buy it. They move on with their day, satisfied with their choice. Who is happier? Satisficers. Maximizers might technically get the better shoe, but they also get a headache and regret along with it. Regret and the fear of missing out. Ever gone out for dinner, chosen a meal, and then spent the entire time staring at your friend's plate, wishing you had ordered that instead? This is the psychological effect of regret, a common result of having too many choices. When we have only a few options, we make a decision and accept it. But when we have many options, we start imagining how much better the unchosen alternatives might have been. Regret doesn't just apply to food. It can happen with career choices, relationships, or even something as simple as choosing a movie to watch. With social media, regret gets even worse. Seeing other people's perfect vacations, weddings, or lifestyles makes us feel like we're missing out, even if our own life is perfectly fine. The higher the expectations, the greater the disappointment. Back in the day, people had fewer expectations. If they bought a car, they just hoped it would run well. If they got married, they expected companionship, not perfection. Now, with endless choices, we expect perfection. The perfect partner, the perfect house, the perfect job, the perfect weekend plan. And when reality doesn't live up to these expectations, we feel disappointed, even if what we got was pretty great. Schwartz explains that more choices raise our expectations, which makes us more likely to feel let down. The hedonic treadmill. Why we never stay happy for long. Ever bought something new, a phone, a car, an expensive outfit, and felt so excited, only for that excitement to wear off in a few weeks? This is called the hedonic treadmill. No matter how good something is, we quickly adapt to it and start wanting something better. Schwartz warns that chasing the next big thing, whether it's a better job, a bigger house, or a new relationship, can be exhausting. True happiness comes from learning to appreciate what we already have. Social comparison makes everything worse. You buy a nice TV, you love it. Then, you visit a friend's house, and they have a bigger TV with better speakers. Suddenly, your TV doesn't seem so great anymore. Social comparison is a natural part of human psychology. We measure our happiness based on how we stack up against others. The problem? In today's world, we're constantly exposed to other people's best moments through social media, which makes it easy to feel like we're falling behind. Schwartz suggests limiting social comparison by focusing on what makes you happy, not what others have. How to make better, happier choices. Schwartz offers practical ways to reduce stress and increase satisfaction. 1. Limit your options. Set boundaries on how many choices you consider. Instead of looking at 20 different apartments, narrow it down to 3. 2. Learn to satisfice. Accept good enough instead of always searching for the best. If a job meets your needs and makes you happy, take it instead of constantly wondering if there's a better one. 3. Make decisions. Final. Avoid the temptation to keep reevaluating choices. If you buy a shirt, don't check other stores to see if you got the best deal. 4. Lower expectations. Accept that nothing will be perfect, and that's okay. 5. Practice gratitude. Focus on appreciating what you do have instead of what you could have had. At the heart of the paradox of choice is a simple message. Life isn't about having endless options. It's about knowing when to stop searching and start enjoying. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please leave your like and subscribe to my channel.